The Meyiwa murder trial is set to resume at the High Court in Pretoria. The court is expected to hear this morning if accused number one in the case, Muzi Sibiya, will still have legal representation. Right, let's take you there now. Chriselda Lewis is there. And Chriselda, you've been on this case since day one. So many stops and so many starts and recusal of the judge and so many other matters that influence where we are today. But of course, another hurdle to be crossed now, Muzi Sibiya and his legal representative. Please bring us up to date with the latest developments.
We're expected to know when court starts this morning whether Advocate Charles Mnisi, who has been representing accused number one, Muzi Sibiya, will continue defending his client. You would recall that after we returned to court last week, after about a 2-month and some couple of weeks postponement, that was time that was given to Advocate Mnisi to prepare for the defense of accused number one, Muzi Sibiya, after Sibiya's legal representative, you'd recall, Tulani Mngomezulu, had passed away in December last year. Then Advocate Charles Mnisi had taken over that representation, but he needed quite a bit of time to prepare for the defense of his client. So after that 2 months and a couple of weeks, we returned to court, and Advocate Charles Mnisi indicated he was still not ready to proceed in this particular matter. So what was quite surprising to us in that sitting, Sakina, is that after Judge Rata Mukhotleng, who is the presiding officer in this matter, he was quite perturbed and basically accused Mnisi of abusing the court processes when he indicated that he was not ready to proceed in this particular matter. We know that it has been dragging on for quite some time, and the judge then said he was only giving Advocate Charles Mnisi until today to finish up reading all the documentation that was required for him to prepare for his client's defense. And I'm talking about well over 60,000 pages. The judge lamenting, saying that Mnisi had been part of this trial since the very beginning. He was supposed to have been done preparing for the defense of his client. So after the judge indicated that he was only giving Mnisi until today to ensure that he was ready to proceed, Mnisi then stood up inside court and said, well, he might then, or even threatened basically, to withdraw from representing accused number one, Muzi Sibiya. So we're expected to hear this morning whether he will withdraw from representing Muzi Sibiya, who is accused number one in this particular matter, or possibly what we might even see, will Mnisi bring an application? And that application for a postponement would need to be quite extensive, because the judge was quite visibly angry inside court, saying that, this matter's been dragging on for too long. There cannot be any stops and goes any longer in this case. It needs to be finalized, not just for the Meyiwa family who've been grieving, but also for many South Africans who believe that the wheels of justice need to turn and need to turn fast. So we're expecting to hear this morning at 10 o'clock when we resume, Sakina, what's expected to happen in this matter. Your guess would be as good as mine at this particular moment, because with the threat that Mnisi made that he might look into withdrawing his representation of accused number one, Muzi Sibiya, whether he will bring an application for a postponement, but he would need to give extensive reasons if he does bring an application for a postponement, because the judge was quite clear, and we heard him say last week, this is the final postponement that I am giving in this particular matter. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens come 10 o'clock when proceedings get underway this morning.